Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Adam, your host, and I am one of the engine support techs up at Epic Games. I help out with like the Answer Hub forum, stuff like that, answer questions, report bugs, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. This stream is a not an Epic sponsored stream, but it is a stream dedicated to helping individuals who have blueprint or foliage landscape or BSP related questions. Hey, JV the Wanderer, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for coming out today. I know it's a New Year's, so no, I don't expect too many people to be here, and it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream just because it's New Year's and I'd like to go out and do stuff for once. I never go out, but every once in a while it's nice. And New Year's seems like a good time to do that. Anyways, so yeah, that's the primary focus of the stream is to help you guys though. So if you do have questions, please pop them into chat, and I will get to them. We will put whatever we are working on hold. We are taking a day-long break from the RPG template, and the reason is I need to look at something else because we've been working on that for several months. So I want to take a day, get it out of my system, and then we can go back refreshed next week. And this seemed like the perfect day to do it because I've got a cool thing to show you guys. Keep in mind, it is not bug free. There's a when we put this together, there is a little bit of an issue that I haven't quite figured out why it does this yet, but we will figure it out as we go, hopefully. And if we can't figure it out, oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Just the character likes to rotate the wrong way. Now, unfortunately, it is not my crappy Resident Evil camera switch thing that I did yesterday, which was a lot of fun. I actually put together one of those yesterday at work for someone. But today, we are going to be working on a Spider-Man wall climb-like system. Not necessarily Spider-Man. It's more like just walking up walls, basically, and not just the ladder climb or anything like that. We're actually going to do the full. Hey, he's literally walking on the fucking wall. That's what we're working on. So, totally stoked about it. Hey, Middle, how you doing? But we are going to get started now. We had started this on Thursday, but I found out I messed up a couple things, so I decided to go ahead and just delete it, restart it. It won't take that much longer. Let's see. Trying to see the actual. There we go. Things here. So I'm going to put together a couple of things that will not make sense quite yet, but will make sense after they are done. Get out of my way. Custom event. And I hope you are all having a wonderful New Year's. Hopefully most of you did not have to work. And let's see, I believe there's a... Yes. Custom event. Can climb. Now, this one, I'm trying to figure out if eventually I can actually modify it to finally figure out a way to alter gravity in blueprints where you could actually walk around a sphere or something like that without having to worry about it and not having to go into code. I still don't think it's entirely possible. If someone's already figured it out, please let me know, because I have been trying to figure that out for months, and it has eluded me. It's something that I'm very interested in playing with, mainly because of a small 2D game that I played called Gravity Wars, which was a lot of fun. It was kind of like Worms, but it was on planets, and each it was like 5v5 or 5v5 and 5, like two different enemy teams versus you. And what you would do is you would walk around planets and try to shoot around the planets and stuff like that, and use gravity to rotate the weapons and your character and stuff and shoot around these planets, which I think would be really cool in a 3D perspective if I could get it to work. But I highly doubt I'll actually get there at this point. But anyways, this is our other third-person project that I am not putting out to marketplace or anything because of potential licensing issues and stuff like that. It has a lot of D&D references, and I do not want to risk it. So this will not be the one that eventually, hopefully, if it ever does, get out onto market. Let's move that over there. This is the wall we're going to use. And we're going to create a blueprint actor class, and we're going to call this climb wall. Climb wall is going to be a very simple actor. Well, it's going to have very simple components. Hey Sterling, hey TK, how you guys doing? Yeah, because it was specifically, I was specifically building off of the 5th edition D&D rulebook, and the main goal of it, and I may even return to it just without the whole putting out assets, or like putting it out to the marketplace or giving it out or anything. But Wizards of the Coast is vehemently protective of their IP, and rightfully so. I mean, it's an amazing IP. So they are incredibly protective of it, and I was trying to see how far I could go in the 5th edition rulebook before I just could not do what I was trying to do in blueprints, which was cool. It was a lot of fun, and we may return to that now that I've gotten a little bit more knowledge under my belt about certain things that I had been working on that were a bit troublesome. Now that we have that information, I may return to it and just try to play with it more once we get our stuff onto the marketplace. Let's see, that is that way. I have a feeling like I'm going to have to address some of this, but we're going to stretch this up until, yeah, right there. A little bit lower. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now all I need to do is make sure that my character, when it overlaps, will actually be overlapping this box. I don't know if it's quite long enough or if I need to add some space, so boom. First check of the night. Simple print string. If you guys didn't know about this, like if you're brand new to blueprints, print strings are your friends. They are amazing, because if you ever need to check something simple like this, where it's like, okay, is this even running? Boom, you've got a print string. If you're having debug issues and you don't know if a specific line of code is actually running or not, put a print string in it. If a print string prints out, guess what? That line of code is running. Yep. Yeah, and then we're going to run over here and go, hello, you work. Yay! And as you can see, a lot of this stuff, like character spellbook, all that stuff, this is literally just a standard RPG look. And it's giving me a couple ideas actually about my marketplace thing. I need to not... No, feature creep. Need to be careful. I had to cut out features because of feature creep. Let's see, there we go. So that is that. Got this. This is working. Now, what do we want it to do? Well, a couple of things. First and foremost, other actor. We want to see what other actor this is, and we specifically want it to be the third-person character. Let's see. Would you need to have something like knowing where the floor is? You mean for this? We're getting to that. It's weird. The way I did it may not even be optimal, but this is how we messed with it at work, and this is slightly modified from one of my coworkers. You'll see him online as well, Charlie or Rudy Triplet. He came up with a way to do certain things, and I'm modifying it to fit my needs. So we're going to get the character movement. We want to set the movement mode, and what we're going to set it to is flying. And this is something we've done in the past, where if you've got a ladder or something like that, you want to like I changed the movement mode. That way you're not being directly affected by gravity, and you don't just immediately go into fall as soon as you start climbing up. So I like setting it to flying. There are a couple issues with this, and there are issues that I'm going to have to figure out. But for now, this works. I almost forgot to do promote to variable. This is something I do in most of my blueprints now, is get this. Hey Warka, how you doing? And this is going to be a reference to our character. That way we can just use it whenever. And actually, just to make it look a little nicer, we'll do this. That way people can tell kind of what's going on. Then we're going to go in here, set actor tick enabled. and we're going to enable it. And that reminds me that I need to actually go into the class defaults. And as you can see, in class defaults, you can actually decide whether or not tick is affecting this actor. No, Worka, I have not yet. Actually, I was going to play more of that tonight after stream. But you can decide whether or not you actually want tick to be on when you first start. And we do not in this case. So let's see. Last thing is I'm going to get a reference to character, and we're going to go can climb. And I'll show you what is going into that in a few minutes. Okay. Now, we need to do the end state on component end overlap. And let's see, did I set actor tick enabled? We want to set it to false. And I'm actually, just for the sake of clarity, I'm actually going to use an isValid check. Because if this is a null value, we don't want this firing off. And then we're going to, let's see, I'm trying to remember what all I did here. Get movement. Where's, okay, Lisai. Then we're going to set movement mode. And there we go. Place this right here. And we're going to set the movement mode to falling. And the reason you do this instead of walking is if you do walking, then it can sometimes cause issues where like you happen to go too far up and then it freaks out, if that makes sense. Like the character freaks out and then it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be falling or walking, so and you don't want that. So that is yes. Okay, then we're going to set actor rotation. Target is character. And I actually need to come back over here very quickly, add a variable, and we're going to call this rotator original up. We're going to get original up and plug that into this rotation. Well, Worka, after we finish this, if you want, I can run it again. I actually rather enjoyed running that the other day, so can definitely do that again. And then we're going to do set character, and we're going to nullify this. That way, this isn't just repeatedly accidentally running or anything like that. There we go. Finally, we need the event